Good morning, students. I hope you all are safe and healthy and enjoyed your vacations. So, today we will start our revision for our quarterly examinations. And here is a short summarized video for your chapter number 1, that is food, our basic need. So we have learnt about the food in detail in our classes. Okay, now this one is the summarized video, so I will just explain you or just summarize the complete chapter. So first of all, we will discuss about the importance of food. You know what are the importance of food? That it helps us to grow and stay alive. Okay, whenever we will eat the food, it helps us to grow and stay alive. Next is it gives us energy to work and play. Whenever we will eat the food, it gives us energy to work and to play. Next, it makes us strong. Okay, the food makes us strong. Next, it protects us from disease. Okay, as the food makes us strong, so that food only protects us from the disease. Okay, students, so this is the importance of food. Okay, now we will learn about the nutrients. So what are nutrients? Nutrients are the substances which are present in your food, and that substances will help our body to grow and stay healthy. So what are nutrients? These nutrients are actually the substances which are present in our food, and these substances which are known as nutrients that help our body to grow and stay healthy. And for these nutrients only we people eat the food, because in the food what are present? Nutrients. And these nutrients, what is their importance or what they do? They help our body to grow and stay healthy. And because of this, when they help our body to grow and to make us healthy, it protects our body from disease also. And they are just making us healthy. That's why only you people can work properly, play properly, etc. Okay, now there are different types of nutrients present in our food. So what are the different types of nutrients? First one is carbohydrates, then fats, then proteins, vitamins, minerals. So these are the nutrients. Along with that, what are the nutrients or what are the components present in the food which are important? That is water and roughage. So let's just summarize what are carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the energy giving food. Carbohydrates are the energy giving food, and the examples or the sources of carbohydrates are bread, sugar, wheat, pulses. There are so many sources of carbohydrates. Okay, now that sugar and cereals, because students, it's not pulses, it's cereals. Okay, now next is fats are also known as energy giving food. Means these two, carbohydrates and fats, they both are known as energy giving food, and only one difference between these two is maximum amount of energy is given by fats as comparison to carbohydrates. In the classes, I told you that carbohydrates give instant energy and fat stores the energy in our body, and when our body requires that energy, then our body can have that energy which is stored in our body. Okay, now what are the sources of fats? Fats are mainly like present in the oils, ghee, butter, cheese, milk. Okay, so all these are the fat rich food items. Okay, now the next type of nutrients are proteins. Okay, now proteins are known as body building food. I hope you all have learned this, that these two, carbohydrates and fats, are known as energy giving food, and proteins are known as body building foods. Okay, and these proteins helps us to grow, as they are known as bodybuilding food. That means they help us to grow and build our muscles. Okay, so there are 2 or 3 functions of proteins that they help our body to grow, they build our muscles, and one more function is that they repair the damaged parts of our body. Whenever we get injured, then the proteins which are present in our food items, and our body get the proteins, from that proteins only the injury can be recovered fast. Okay, because the cells can easily be built with the help of proteins. Okay, and the food items which are present, food items rich in proteins are milk, eggs, meat, fish, curd, cheese, beans, nuts, etc. Okay, and you know that as it is known as bodybuilding food, so mainly children require more and more amount of protein rich food in their diet. Now the next type of nutrient is vitamins and minerals. These both vitamins and minerals are known as protective foods. Why? Because they protect us from disease. Okay, and they help us to stay fit and healthy. As they protect us from disease, so once a body will get protect from the disease, then automatically it will remain fit and healthy. Okay, and the food items like fruits and vegetables, green vegetables, milk, eggs, meat, they all rich in vitamins and minerals. Okay, and that's why the food items which are rich in vitamins and minerals are known as protective food. Now students, I hope everybody drink a glass of milk. Okay, why? Because milk is a complete food. In milk all these nutrients are present, so everybody should drink a glass of milk daily. Okay, now as we are learning about the vitamins and minerals, so you know that our body needs the vitamins and minerals in a small amount. Okay, like carbohydrates, fats and proteins we take in a good amount in our diet, but as comparison to these 3, vitamins and minerals are required in small amounts, in less amounts. And there are different types of vitamins and minerals like vitamin A, B, C, D, E, K. Okay, there are 4-5 different types of vitamins, and minerals are like iron, iodine, calcium, sodium, phosphorus. All these are the minerals which are present in our food items, and they protect our body from the disease and keeps us healthy. Okay, so there are different food items which are rich in vitamins and minerals. Specifically, like calcium is present in milk, cheese, curd, paneer, etc. Whenever you want iron in your body, then you have to eat the green leafy vegetables, carrot, apple, meat. They all rich in iron. Okay, and if you want to eat vitamin A, then you have to eat papaya, carrot, leafy vegetables. Then for vitamin D you need milk. Okay, milk and butter, they are rich in vitamin D. Okay, now let's come to water and roughage. This water and roughage is very essential, as they are not considered as the nutrient, but then also they are very important, because if we will not drink the proper amount of water, then our body will not work properly. Our food, whatever food we eat, it will not get digested properly. Okay, and for that, for the healthy functioning of the body, we should drink at least 8 glasses of water daily. Okay, 6 to 8 glasses of water daily. And what are roughage? Roughage are the fibers. They are the dietary fibers which are present in our food items. And what type of food items? Like salads. Okay, mainly in the salads and the raw fruits and vegetables, this roughage is present. Okay, and just remember students, roughage cannot be digested by our body. It is only important for the proper functioning of our digestive system. And if you want to take roughage, or if you want to know about the food rich in roughage, then they are whole grains, brown rice, salads, fruits and vegetables. Now we will learn about the balanced diet. Okay, Now our next topic is balanced diet. So students, first of all, let us discuss what is diet. So whatever food we eat now, that is known as diet. Now what is balanced diet? So as you know that we are eating some food that is considered as diet. So balanced diet is that diet which has all the nutrients, that is carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, all the nutrients will be in the right amounts. Okay, then that diet or that food platter, that is known as balanced diet, if you have all the nutrients in right amounts. So based on that, the food groups has divided into three categories. Okay, first one is energy giving food. This is one food group, and I hope you know very well what are the energy giving foods. That are the carbohydrates and fats. Next, the bodybuilding food. Bodybuilding foods are proteins. Then the protective foods. What are protective foods? That is vitamins and minerals. So these are the food groups, okay, which has like these types of foods are divided into food groups. These three food groups are there. So we should always take care that our diet, that our balanced diet should contain all these food groups in a adequate quantity. Okay, that means in the proper quantity. Each food group should be there. A food item from each food group should be there in your diet. Okay, and this will help you to stay healthy. Okay, now our next topic is cooking food. So you know that food is cooked, and why it is cooked? To make food soft, tasty and easy to digest. Okay, once the food is cooked properly, then it becomes soft, easy to digest and become tasty also. When we cook the food, it kills the germs also present in the food, and if we will overcook the food, then all the nutrients will get destroyed. Okay, so we should always take care that there should not be overcooking, and when we will eat the fruits and vegetables, or when we will cook them, then we should wash them properly. Okay, now there are different methods of cooking, and they are steaming. Example or the food item which you will prepare with steaming, that are idlis. Okay, you prepare idlis by steaming method. Then if you want to prepare pakoras, samosas, puris, then you will fry. So frying is another method of cooking. Next is boiling. When you want to eat rice, then you will use this boiling method. And potatoes, if you want to make aloo paratha, then you have to boil the potato. So this is one method of cooking. Next is baking. When you want to eat cakes or biscuits, then these cakes and biscuits will be prepared by the baking method of cooking. And the last one is roasting meat. Those who eat the meat, then they prepare the meat with the help of roasting. Even nowadays, some snacks also came which have been prepared by the roasting method. It doesn't contains oil. Okay, so mostly people prefer to eat the roasted food items. Okay, now our next topic is preservation of food. Okay, so what is preservation? To store the food items properly. Okay, so that we can use the food items for a longer time. So when we will be able to use the food items for a longer time, if they will not get spoiled, so there are certain methods which are used to preserve the food items, so that the food items will not get spoiled. So to prevent food items from getting spoiled, we need to preserve the food items. And for the preservation of food, we have different methods. First one is refrigeration. That means we will put the food in the refrigerator. Then the drying method. In the drying method, the food will be dried under the sun, so that all the moisture will be evaporated with the help of sun, and the food items can be easily stored for a longer period of time. Third one is pickling. Pickling is the method of food preservation in which the food get preserved with salt and oil. Okay, with salt and oil, the food will get preserved, and that pickle means achar. I told you earlier also. So by this method, we can preserve the food items. Fourth one is canning and bottling. That means you have to prepare, or we will preserve the food items by putting them in the airtight containers so that they can be stored for a longer time. For example, your jams, squashes, sauces, they all are preserved by the method of canning and bottling. Okay, now our last topic of this chapter is rest and exercise. So students, just remember, along with the food items, whatever nutrients you are taking from the food, rest and exercise are equally important. Okay, if you will only take the nutritious food and you will not take the proper rest and you will not do the proper exercise, then you will not become healthy. So along with the nutritious food, you have to take the proper rest and will do the proper exercise. So you should always sleep for 6 to 8 hours daily. Okay, that should be the timing for your sleep, and you have to do it. You have to take proper rest, that is of 6 to 8 hours daily. Okay, and you should always do the exercise, as exercise helps us to become strong and healthy. And for doing the exercise, if you don't want to do the exercise, then you can play outdoor games like cricket, badminton, football, handball, etc. If you will play the sports, if you will play the games, then it is also a best kind of exercise. So by these you will become healthy and strong. So students, I hope the whole chapter has been summarized properly and you have understood. So just revise the chapter properly.